Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year 2026. Hopefully you can all hear me. I just wanted to wish everyone spontaneously a Happy New Year 2026 as having my morning coffee, and figured I'd get out and do a live stream for the first time of this year. Now, I had some software issues with my StreamYard, but think we're out there broadcasting. I got to get back out and snowplow the driveway again. I got nobody watching, 35 seconds in. I did not schedule this. Just wanted to get into the vertical live stream world and see if YouTube would push my content out there a little bit. So we'll see. I'll just start drinking coffee until I see the number of people climb in, hopefully. So if you're watching the replay of this, it may not be very fun. We'll see. I've seen people go live and they're literally sleeping, and people still get in there and comment. So it is what it is. This is live streaming 2026. Hopefully 2026 is better than 2025. What do you think? Still no one in here, so I'll just talk to myself because I don't really listen to myself. So let's see what happens. Not even sure if I can see comments. There we are. I do have two people here. Say hello, welcome. Happy New Year to you, 2026. Where are you in the world? I'd love to hear from you. All right. Hopefully you're all right with me showing you. Michelle is here. Happy New Year, Michelle. I just randomly went live just because I've been watching a lot of live streams as of late, just randomly flipping through, and it's kind of fun to see what YouTube puts into my YouTube stream. Oh, Jennifer's here already. Good morning, Jennifer. Happy New Year to you and your family. I didn't announce this. I got up this morning. I'm like, I want to do something different. I'm just going to get in here and go live and see what happens. And we're up to 3 people already. I've been watching vertical live streams as of late, and I've had a bunch of random things that just swiping through. It's kind of fun just to see who's there, what they're watching. And I got Stephen W. 92. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, sir. You have a great one too. And Jennifer's just waking up. Yeah. It's just some of the content that I've seen as of late has been pretty amazing. One of the streamers, or one of the YouTubers that was in my YouTube live stream class, if you would say that, literally had a camera of her taking a nap, going to sleep, and people were watching and commenting, and I'm like, well, that's the most peculiar thing. But I don't know if people are bored. Oh, somebody's here to say hi. Cole just got up. He's here. He'll probably climb on my shoulder. But this cat, he ruined my glasses the other day. Luckily, America's Best is warranting my glasses for cat bites. Apparently that's a thing. So, but he's digging his claws into my back pretty good. He loves riding on my shoulder, so, and hitting me in the face with his tail while I'm drinking coffee. Whoa. Is that, it is Shopcat. Shopcat's up this early? This got to be like 4 in the morning for you. Good morning. Happy New Year. Just after 5 a.m. Almost at the end of his shift. So you're working a night shift, or you're plowing. Who else is? That's Jennifer again. Oh, yeah, cool. He is annoying. He literally ruined my glasses. I don't know if it probably won't show up on here, but I have teeth marks right in the lenses. I'm going to put my glasses on for work. I do have contacts too, but I don't wear them as much anymore. After wearing contacts for 30 years, they bother my eyes, and sometimes they're a pain to take in and out. Anyways, he knocked my cell phone and my glasses off the counter, or my stand next, and got up for the morning. I put my glasses on. I'm like, man, there's something wrong with my eyes. I keep like seeing things. So I clean my glasses, and I'm like, I can see the bite marks in the lenses, in both lenses. And I'm like, he ruined my glass. I was absolutely upset by that. And we get our glasses from America's Best, and literally took them there. And I said, hey, the girl who sold me these glasses and everything said these are under warranty pretty much for anything. And they're like, yeah, just needed to see a glass. So allegedly, I'm going to get glasses under warranty for cat bites. We'll see. Yeah, and why would anyone like cats? Shop Cat basically has a shop cat, and his channel's named after it. He's in Western Canada, right? Like Alberta, which is, absolutely cool. So what you do with those small engines and everything are pretty amazing. He's got some amazing content. I wish I had the ability to put a link in the comments so everyone could subscribe to you, Shopcat, because I'd like to spread the love to good people, So the thing with the vertical live streaming, when we went to that vertical live stream seminar, class, boot camp, whatever they called it, YouTube will put a feed of vertical live streams, and you can just flip through them one at a time, and it will put into your feed what YouTube thinks you will watch for a length of time. And I will get random, different topics, different people. I just had a young lady who's like, just talking about life and her kids and everything else. And she's from upstate New York, but way up, like on the Canadian border, like in North Country is where I believe she's from. And Native American, Mohawk, kind of neat. It's neat just to see one of the people that I met, Mercy the Explorer. She's in Africa, and she does live streams in Africa, like driving down the road on African streets and, in cities and villages, and she speaks English, so it's very easy to follow along, and it's interactive as you go, so it's kind of neat. You get to meet people from around the world. I've subscribed to her channel. I believe she subscribes to my channel, and we kind of communicate. May have her on someday. Oh, update on the special guest for a live stream that I promised. When we got to 5 million views on my channel, which I think is just absolutely insane, I promised to have a special guest. We've had Lake Speed, the Motor Oil Geek. He had 130,000 subscribers at the time. He came on live to talk about preferred oils or proper oils for the antique engine, that Oldsmobile engine that I got running after 55 years. And I said I'd have another special guest. I put the feelers out to a few creators that I thought might take me up on it. One said yes, but has not responded since to any email communication. So, I'm trying to, hey, what's going on with my feed here? I was trying to show, yeah, no problem, Shopcat. I would like to get your channel some attention. Jennifer said, black cats sure do like to cause a lot of trouble. This cat causes trouble 24/7. He is a good cat. We love him, but he does cause a lot of trouble. So Yes. Right now we're at like 5.7 million views. It's like that was like a month and a half ago or something. I got the 5 million views, and I've been like really working, and now we're approaching 6 million views. It's kind of crazy. It's really kind of amazing. So um, I wanted to have a special guest on. The one special guest that I thought may come on, because I've communicated with this creator. I don't want to say who it is, because obviously out of respect for them, but I thought they would come on and do a live stream with us. I have made contact with their agent. If that gives you any, their subscriber count is quite large. This person has been on national TV program broadcasts related to automotive, and I thought would be a cool guest to have on, but nothing's going to happen until after the first of the year. As an agent had replied to my email, which I have emailed the agent before. I don't know what the agency part of it, if there's fees involved. I mean, if it's $1,000 to have this guest on, obviously that won't happen. I'm not in a position to, the channel is monetized, and even with all the views, you think you're making all kinds of money. I get like a few dollars per month, literally, like not a whole lot of money comes from being monetized on YouTube, at least in my experience. Others do very well with it, but I think they do more long form content. So if you're new to the stream, I see the numbers going up and down. I don't expect anyone to hang around. But if you're here, you're new, say hello, Happy New Year from wherever you are, and put in the comments and post it up here. Love the interactive thing. Jennifer says, just book that person for later. Yeah, well, let's hope that this person will come on. I think it would be cool to have them. And Uncle Tony's Garage, who I've subbed to for years, he said he would come on. He would do a live stream with me. He has in the past with other people done random live streams. He said he would come on, but has not responded to any of the emails. The emails do go through his wife Kathy, and as of just before the holidays and everything, I think there's a lot going on, and she's kind of disconnected from Tony's content. So I'm hoping that that's all it is, that maybe after everything calms down in the new year, they'll reach back out to me. So hopefully that's the case. Oh, and so when I first started doing the vertical live streams, now I can't even, some update occurred with StreamYard, and I cannot get the video or picture or the background to even show up correctly. But when I first started doing vertical live streams, because I knew YouTube was promoting them, I guess they considered me like an early adapter. My first few live streams, I had like 7,000 views, which I thought was crazy, because I didn't even know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here playing. It had 7,000 views per live stream. So that was my pitch to Lake Speed, the motor oil geek, to come on, because in the comments of the one video where I'm like, hey, here's a 1937 Oldsmobile engine that hasn't run since 1969. I'm using synthetic oil in it, blah, blah, blah. The comment section lit up. People went crazy. Oh, you're going to ruin that engine. I'm like, I don't even know if this engine is going to run. And I run synthetic and everything. And synthetic, in my opinion, is a much better oil than, conventional motor oil. And anyway, somebody in the comments who was a little bit more level-headed say, hey, you should ask Lake Speed Jr., the motor oil geek, about this. This is all his content. I had not heard of him before, so I reached out to Lake. I'm like, I'll do one better. I'm going to invite him on to a live stream. And I, presented to him that I get quite a few views during my live streams when I was doing the vertical live streams. Anyways, I didn't preface it with that, but I'm like, last 2 weeks I got 7,000 views per live stream for like an hour each. And he said, yeah, I'd come on. I got some time tomorrow. We can do it then if you're cool. So he came on and we talked engine oil, and I felt bad because it did not get the views that I was getting before, because I changed the format to horizontal live instead of the vertical live. And the thing with the vertical live that YouTube was promoting, and why it was getting all the views from the vertical live, is because random people, like now that I've been doing, if you're just like looking for something to watch or hear about something interesting, you just flip through on your phone, and mine must have been coming up, and people would, hang out for 30 seconds and then move on. That's kind of how the vertical live platform works. So I see the number of people here, keeps going up and down. Cole's causing trouble down there. And that is what adds to your viewer count or number of views. And I didn't know that at the time. But anyways, that video I've changed in a few different formats, from the live stream to basically like a podcast thing, and people have watched it thousands of times since then, because I thought a lot of people might get that questions answered for a situation like that, where you have an old car that hasn't run in decades and you're getting it running again, and what oils can you use. Now, Shopcat, if it's still here, he is still here. So Shopcat says, Lake is one smart dude. I imagine synthetic would hurt an old engine, but made out the real metal might be more prone to leakage. But that's yeah. So basically, summarizing, and maybe this is a little bit of bias and confirmation bias on my point. He said that synthetic oils in the base metals, the cams, and everything else, it would not hurt at all. Synthetic oil would be just perfectly fine for that. What his concern was, and I agree, if the seals, now the rope seals and stuff that they use, if you went to synthetic oil, that it would hurt the seals. And I 100% agree. Hello, Angela. Angela Beach, where are you from? Happy New Year to you. So I did get that engine running on an engine stand. I never did that. I've seen it done 100 times before, thousands of times maybe, but I never run an engine on an engine stand. Thought that this engine was worth saving. It was a good story behind it. I got the engine. One of my good friends calls me, texts me the next day, said, what are you doing with that Oldsmobile engine? And I said, I got it. A lady that had it listed on Marketplace didn't want to junk it. And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, I got to reach out to her, and found the story that her dad had a car that in 1969, like the week that man went to the moon, allegedly, got the engine failed in his 37 Oldsmobile. He got a replacement engine. Life happened, and he never put that engine in. And fast forward, like 10 years ago, her father passed away, sadly. And this engine was there with the car. They brought the car and the engine back from Cleveland. They were going to have it fixed or put in. Decided it wasn't worth the amount of money they'd have to invest, so they sold the car. Guy was supposed to take the engine, never did, and therefore this engine sat there. She didn't want to junk it in her barn. And what do they do to it? What do they do with it? And when I basically reached out and said, I have a YouTube channel. I'd love to get it running again. Just be kind of a nostalgia thing. I said, if you got nobody else interested in this engine, I'll get it running, and then keep it listed or whatever. Somebody reaches out, and needs one of these engines, we'll sell it, split the money, whatever. Got the engine running. I didn't tell Lake this, but I did use synthetic to get it running. I will run it on conventional. It's if the thing even has a home or gets a home, it's probably never going to see 1,000 miles. So I'm not really worried about oil leaks. Although on the stand, I mean, there's really not much in terms of gaskets, but Shop Cat, I can't see because I don't have glasses. Jay got a last repair bus of the evening. Have a great year. Have a great year, Shop Cat. We'll talk to you soon. Hope you have a great 2026. Happy, healthy, prosperous. So, got it running. That was cool. It actually ran like almost perfectly. All I did was basically clean up the carburetor. The fuel pump still ran after 55 years. Mechanical fuel pump, I don't know if you know this or not, but I will speak to it. There's a rubber diaphragm in the fuel pump, and that's what makes the fuel pressure. And there's a mechanical arm that, pivots off a cam lobe, and it causes the pump to work. There's check balls in there and whatnot. So usually the rubber disintegrates and the fuel pumps go bad. Years ago, actually in that vintage, you could buy the rubber diaphragms for them. I don't even know if they're still available. There is a rubber place in my town that makes like custom stuff. I could probably take it apart and have that made or cut or whatever they do. And I'm sure there's some vintage places that still sell replacement fuel pump diaphragms. But regardless of that, the amazing part is after sitting for 55 years in a barn, the fuel pump still pumps fuel. I literally had it pulling fuel out of a fuel tank, fuel jug. Actually, it's a boat fuel tank, and it was feeding the carburetor, and the engine was idling on the stand. I had the hose hooked up to it, kind of like an outboard motor, was just pumping cool water through the engine to keep it cool. Although it never got hot to the touch really, even idling there for a long time. The engines were quite different. Back in the day, they used a lot of metal, a lot of mass. I don't think the cooling system requirements were as critical as they are today. With everything today now is lightweight, high compression, more high compression. I actually thought of rope starting that engine because I didn't have a flywheel, I didn't have a bell housing or any of that stuff. And what I did end up doing was one of my good friends, his dad was replacing an engine in his Chevy, and he had a flex plate he was throwing in the garbage. I said, "Are you throwing that out?" He's like, "Yeah, it's no good. It's got some teeth that are worn here." I said that it'll work fine for me. I actually modified it, bolted it up to the back of the engine, made a bracket for a starter, and basically got that to go. Jennifer says, "I'd like to get a newer car this year. I have a feeling that the truck is going to have some issues." So that I can understand. My suggestion, I'm going to give unsolicited advice to you, Jennifer. If you can find a way to get a car from what I would say south of the Mason-Dixon line of rust, that for you might be up in like Kentucky or that area. If you can get a car from up the south that's rust free, you might be able to find like a 90s or early 2000s rust free vehicle that would be fairly inexpensive, unless you're buying brand new like I did. I bought a brand new car for the first time ever in my life, and it's something, but it fits my needs. It fit my needs at the time and right now, and I figured, you gotta It was 3-cylinder. Never had a 3-cylinder before. I've had every engine combination all the way up to V10 and a V12, but not a V16. I guess that's the next one on my bucket list, is to get a V16 engine, which is hard to find because it's old 30s. They had a GMC truck engine that was like basically two V8s, be like bolted together. I'm saying I'm not sure what to look for yet. Well, when you get to that point, email me if I can help in any way. I'd be happy to help you. That is not that I'm any expert, but you know, it has to do with. So I don't understand the 6-7 thing. I see that everywhere. Thank you for coming on, Progressive WZ. Happy New Year to you. I think that 6-7 thing might be a troll or whatever, but that's all right. You said shut up, or she. I'd assume he. That's a guy thing to say. So, and actually, I love the interaction on here because it is fun. When you're on these vertical lives, you can comment. Now, obviously, I don't do a lot of that comment and troll type stuff. It's actually kind of fun. The best one, so I'm going to share it with you. The best one that I saw, somebody had the handle YouTube community violation with like a, you know, like an error alert emoji, and commented, this stream is going to shut down in like 30 seconds and Happy New Year. I'm not sure what that means, but Klansman was actually a Navy squadron. I know your reference is probably something ridiculous, but it's all right. This is what YouTube is. Jennifer says, "Nee said 6-7 means nothing really, just laugh at as she does." Okay, yeah, it became like a thing. I don't know, popular with. I've seen T-shirts and everything advertised with 6-7 and hand gestures, and I don't know where it came from. It's kind of funny, but anywho. I think everyone left me. That's okay. Maybe they'll come back. Oh, somebody came back. The fun of this vertical live stream is that people just slip in and out, you know, and make random comments like that, and they move on to the next, or they hang out. I've had a couple that have hung out for a long time, subscribed, and we still communicate on YouTube. I think that's kind of fun. There's people that I meet from around the world randomly. And all right, so Jennifer's the only one left with me. Jennifer, you know what I do? Sometimes when I scroll to the bottom of the comments, it will flip you into the next stream, and then depending on who I'm watching, you know, like maybe all of a sudden it'll catch my eye with somebody interesting, and I'll just hang out there for a second and then flip back into who I was with, because, you know, quite honestly, sometimes these get boring. You know, it's just the random nature of it. So people will come and go. And Jennifer's had the same experience. The vertical live, only on the vertical live. I think if you're in a regular live, you can scroll through the comments. So that's your, you know, natural instinct to do is scroll through the comments. But on a vertical live, when you scroll all the way up, it puts you into the next live stream. And at sometimes I'm like, I just keep doing that and just go through to all of a sudden somebody's talking about whatever. And I kind of get hooked on it. I've subscribed to channels because of it. And it's kind of a fun thing. What I don't know is a YouTube live stream feed. What prompts them to get put into your feed when you're scrolling through vertical live streams? I don't know what the algorithm does. I know early on, like I said, I had some success with this, and I don't know what added to my success. I was told by YouTube people in the know that it was my early adaptation that may have prompted me. And if I stuck with the vertical live stream, maybe I would be in a different place. But at some point, I just didn't think that people would want to listen to me talk or ramble for hours. But there have been times that I've been caught in a live stream where they have 100 people watching and the person talking is talking about nothing or sleeping, even sleeping. One of the YouTubers that I was in YouTube live stream class with, boot camp, they literally set up a thing and went to sleep, and people were watching and commenting in the comment stream. So I'm like, well, I could just talk randomly about different things. If you're new here, please say hello. Happy New Year to you. Comment down below. I'll post your comment up. Jennifer, I was getting some trolling earlier, 67, which is some random thing. And I see that number go up and down. There's people that just joined us. If you're new, say hello. If you're not, if you've been here, say hello. Comment down below. I think the comments get you some extra love from YouTube. Comments have a lot to do with it. If people stick around and hang out in the live stream for a while. I did not post this live stream. I did not present it to my subscribers, our subscribers, I would say, because anyone that's here, it's kind of like a, we're just hanging out kind of thing. And I consider this our channel, not my channel per se, because I'm just some random guy working on cars, and I post some stuff and people hang out and we talk about different things. Developed a lot of networking through YouTube with this, with other people that do the same thing. And it's been a lot of fun. Met a lot of cool people. So doing this live stream thing has been something I didn't plan on doing, but I kind of fell into. And I stopped doing the live streaming for a little bit. Uh-oh. I got my phone going off because the lights shut down or whatever. I got lights. I got the house set up with the Amazon smart cameras and whatnot, smart switches. It's the coolest thing ever. They're pretty cheap. I put them in everywhere. I got the Christmas lights, the outside lights, the floodlights, all on smart switches. I can turn them on and off from anywhere in the world that I got internet communication, and it's kind of neat. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend that. Jennifer, I think, still here. If you're here, comment, say hello. Happy New Year to everyone watching. Wherever you are in the world, I'd love to hear from where you are in the world. I've had people from all over the world in the comments and communicating with. And I find that part of the technology on YouTube, especially with the streaming, absolutely amazing. And maybe, I'm guessing, the more that I actually go live, maybe that's going to be my goal for this year. Go live more often, and I will do vertical live streams like this more often as it. Oh, see, that doesn't even do anything. I was trying some different settings in StreamYard to see why at the top of the screen and the bottom of the screen there's nothing there. What? Maybe it's a banner I got to add. They changed something in StreamYard. I haven't streamed in a while, and I'm just trying to get it figured out so that my next one's just plugged in the tree a little bit ago just for the cat. Yeah, the cats love the Christmas tree. We're at the weekend where it will be coming down, and I'll get my seating, because where we put our Christmas tree in the front room is where we have two chairs, high back chairs that I will, and a table where I sit and drink coffee. I can look outside, see in 3 directions, and love sitting there drinking coffee, but it gets my chairs get moved this time of year, and I look forward to when it all comes back down. So Happy New Year to the people just joining. Comment below where you are. Microsoft antivirus, did I find? Oh, my computer's doing a virus scan at the same time I'm streaming. Comment below where you're from. I'd love to hear from people from around the world. I've met some really amazing, cool people. Jennifer said, where is... Oh, you already said that. There we go. You only knocked down the ornament. Yeah, our cat's knocking down the ornaments too. And I'm sorry I can't hardly see because I'm not wearing my contacts. My glasses have puncture marks in them from the cat chewing on my glasses. I got into that story earlier. So, but Happy New Year to you. I know I said that like 5,000 times, but I see people coming in and out of the stream. And 2026, I hope to have some exciting things come up here, and hopefully we can share all that stuff together. Uncle Tony's Garage, they are building or rebuilding a front engine dragster, and I grew up with that stuff. My buddy still has a front engine dragster that's got some history from Chicago. I challenged Uncle Tony's Garage to get it done to a match race. He said, yeah, that would be cool. He would talk to the owner of that car, and, kind of tentatively in my head, there's Nitro Chaos is an event in Tennessee maybe, or somewhere around Columbus that comes through there. That would be like the halfway point from here to the Nashville area where Uncle Tony's Garage is, and thought that would be a good place to do it. Jennifer says, I guess somehow I trained to be good with the tree early on. Yeah, well, I caught both cats playing with the ornaments. The first year when they were kittens, last year was the first year, S'mores, which we call Maury, she climbed her way up in the tree. We have a artificial tree, and she stuck her head out the branches, and it was cute, but we were also angered by the fact that she's climbing the Christmas tree, because that's not what we want your cats to do for a number of different reasons, including the lights. You don't want them biting on the cords for the lights. That's not a good combination. I should have brought the pot of coffee down in the basement so that I could refill my coffee cup in the middle of live streaming. Because without coffee, I can't function. I'm basically powered by coffee every day, which is probably not healthy. And maybe for 2026, I should reconsider my life choices regarding that. But it's all I do is drink black coffee. Over the years, I've cut out the sugar. I've cut out the cream and all that stuff. So, but I'm still drinking a lot of coffee, probably a pot of coffee a day, which I'm sure is not good for anything. And if you're just joining us, please comment. The comment section, Jennifer has kept alive quite nicely. I've had a few pop in and out through this, whatever I'm on, like 40 minutes. 40 minutes of random talking about cars and things. And I've had a few people comment, a couple trolls, just random things. And I still, even with the trolls, it's actually good. People may get annoyed by people just randomly popping in and trolling, but especially if you're a young person and you just are looking to cause some trouble, but it's really not that bad. They come in and put comments. One gentleman commented 67, assuming he's a gentleman, which randomly means nothing. At least. Oh, Jennifer drinking energy drink. Energy drink. I got two stories for you that you make reconsider your energy drink choice. We used to, when I was at the truck dealership, service trucks where they were the distributor for Red Bull. And if you ever read the back of a Red Bull can, it reads like a paint can to me. The different wording in there is like, I think they use this in paint products, because I swear these words are familiar from that. They had I asked those guys, I said, oh, you guys drink this stuff all the time, I'm sure. He's like, oh, no, we don't drink that stuff. We had a pallet fall off a fork truck, hit the shop floor, and it leaked on the floor. It ate through the epoxy floor paint in a warehouse. So I'm sure that could be said with, Coca-Cola or any other, acidic drink, but because of that, they didn't drink it. But I worked with 3 young technicians that drink energy drinks all the time off the coffee truck and stuff. They got kidney stones. And the common denominator, besides that they were young in their 20s, they drink energy drinks. And I think all of the additives, some of them come with vitamins and minerals and all the things they add to it to make it allegedly healthy. I think those things in quantity are not good for you. Probably just like drinking coffee in quantity is not good for you. So anytime somebody says they drink energy drinks, Jennifer, I always tell that story because, you don't want to see anyone getting kidney stones and having to go to the hospital and get those blasted out or whatever they do for that. I don't think it's good, right? So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you got a story, comment in the comment section. I'd love interacting with people from around the world randomly. I see that Jennifer's at least helping me keep the comment section going, and I have not seen much activity, although I do see the people watching count going up and down. So people are randomly watching this. Can't do Red Bull because it hurt my stomach, but Monster Juice drinks are the only one okay for me. So yeah, I don't know what's in the different energy drinks, but I do know that some of them are not good. Her oldest had a kidney stone last summer. Fun times. Yeah, I've never experienced it personally. I don't want to. I don't wish it on anyone, but I have heard that when you get kidney stones, it is like very painful. It's like, having somebody's finger jammed in your side all the time, day and night, and you can't sleep. So it has some pretty dramatic effects on life in general if you get kidney stones. I hope that because I drink so much coffee that I don't get kidney stones, but I think same thing. Anything in mass quantity is not good for you. I think that it can be detrimental to health. At least not good for quality of life. Probably drinking all the coffee that I do, which I really want to refill, is probably not good for you in general. So my goal for 2026, and Jennifer, I hope you appreciate this. I'm going to do random live streams all the time just to see if I can build up my vertical live stream viewership like I had previously. My early success, I was told, was probably because I was an early adapter, and when I first started doing vertical live streams, I was getting 7,000 views in a single sitting. Now, random people coming in and out, would change the number of views at that time. So I think for 2026, that's something I'm going to do. And talking to a computer screen randomly like this is kind of interesting in its own way, because I want to stay interesting enough and have a conversation. I wish that people coming in and out would be able to communicate, because I would love to just pull somebody in, from the comment section, and they'd be on screen for a few seconds and say hi, have a conversation, have a few sentences, and then they can move on to the next. That would be a neat feature if YouTube could add that. I know you have the ability to go, while some scenarios in software like StreamYard, you can go live together. I've seen that. I've never done it like that. I've had guests on for a live stream. I have to send them a link, and they are live on my channel on live, but I have not had it where, I've gone live together, because then it posts to your channel and their channel at the same time. It's essentially similar, but different in the fact that they have control over what their viewers are seeing, and I have control over what my viewers are seeing. I don't have that interaction. I've never had that interaction like that. Oh, Jennifer said, yeah, fun times, and then that would be fun. Oh, I think Jennifer was commenting related to going live randomly. I just, because I'm in the vertical live stream section of YouTube, like I'm posting right now and you're watching, I like scrolling through and seeing random things. And I think in terms of brain rot, it's kind of fun. I get to see people, who knows, because there's a lot of people that have come through here, and maybe they watch for 30 seconds, maybe they watch for 10 seconds, and it's not for them, and they move on. That's cool. I'm not trying to make it something that it isn't. I do, like the fact that we can communicate through YouTube randomly to people around the world. I want to see if, while I'm talking to you, that I can change the back look or the visual effects. Can I change it to something different? I thought I could. There we go. I got my Corvette on there. I had some other stuff that I used to put in here. Yellow car that's bright. So sometimes that bright colors are more attractive to people just scrolling through. So I'll put it like this for a little bit. Maybe it'll catch some car people, and so right now we got four people watching. It doesn't tell me who or what. If you're here watching, comment, say hello, Happy New Year to you. I'd love to see people from all over the world and communicate with them. I've made some very good contacts over the years, over the last year especially, that have been good. Jennifer likes this car better, the yellow one. That's a Lambo. So, of course, Lamborghini, my favorite. As you know, if you are a subscriber, I am building a Lamborghini-esque car in my garage to have fun with. It's essentially making up, the blue car. The blue one better. All right, Jennifer says blue car. We're going to change it to the blue car. And this Lamborghini project is based off a Ford Crown Victoria, ex-police car, Buffalo police car, and it actually, I mounted two turbos to it. So it's a rear twin turbo car. It already has the scissor doors. A lot of the stuff has already been done. I'm working on the body side of things, and the hope is that, I keep saying in the spring it'll be done. I've said that for years and years and years now. So I gotta push on that to get that done. Jennifer says the blue car. I assume it's this one, or was it this one? That's a blue Lambo, but you like, I'm guessing, the blue Corvette. Why have it? Is that backwards versus that? No. All right, we'll just go with this one. So put the blue car on. I think Jennifer's the only one still here. But I do see that people are popping in and out because they are scrolling through, seeing different things. I'm taking Jennifer's word on this that the blue car is better. So we'll see if that generates any traction. Early on, we had some people commenting, getting involved. I haven't had that so much as of late. I do see people popping in and out. Oh, you like the blue Lambo better? I can put that on. The eye-catching part of it, I think, is part of the attraction of people when they're scrolling through. All of a sudden, they see a car that they like, and then, that kind of gets them interested in what's going on. And we can talk cars and talk Lambos and everything else. Obviously, seeing my face for 24/7, it's not something that it's not for everyone, that's for sure. But let's see here. Why did my button disappear? There it is. Visual effects. Yeah, I like this Lambo. I got this one specifically because it's pretty wild. I don't even know if that's AI generated. I've been using a lot of AI stuff I love Copilot. I don't know. I use Copilot all the time. I use a little bit of ChatGPT. I go back and forth between them. Copilot is a lot better at generating images. So a lot of my thumbnails, especially for my long form content, not the short form stuff, I will use Copilot to generate the thumbnails, because in about a minute I can tell it whatever I want and it will generate it. It actually took my Lambo project and finished it and painted it, and I thought that was kind of amazing. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know if AI is going to be the future or if it's going to be to our detriment, but there is a lot of neat stuff. I do get caught watching some of these AI produced videos, and some of them you really can't tell the difference between reality and the fact that it's not real. But Jennifer, what are you doing for today? I have I'm gonna go to a swearing in ceremony. One of my buddies growing up as a kid, we just got him elected the local town board. So town legislature. I'm probably not speaking correctly because I'm tired, but we're going to go to that, I think. Jennifer doesn't care for the yellow. So that's on the slate for today. I think that's at noon or 10 or whatever, and usually they hang out after at the Moose and socialize for a bit. Obviously, it's just going to take it easy today. Jennifer says, luck you can finish that Lamborghini project this year. Yeah, I hope so, Jennifer. So what I did this similar to when I built that Rat Rod B model Mac. I kept the base car running and driving, so the car does move. It stops, turns, everything. I figured that would keep me motivated, because if it runs and drives and moves and turns, if I finish the body work on it and make the lights work, I can put it on the road. And it's still in that state right now. The only thing is, motivation, time, and putting money into a project sometimes is not, conducive to, let's say, the family budget. So that's always a factor. If I get a few extra bucks, and I haven't put a lot of money into the car, mostly time, but let's say I need body filler and it's, $50 or whatever I'm buying, I got extra $50. Okay, I'll get this, and I'll get motivated to work on that. So the headlights, I know Age's Adventures, he always comments that I should call it Fun with Lights, because I'm always working on lights, but those took a lot longer than I thought. So hanging out with the youngest, came home for a surprise, so I'm finally going to spend some time with him before he leaves on Monday. Now, he is in the military, is he not, Jennifer? I thought he was going into boot camp, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm confusing what I thought you said to me with somebody else, because I have a coworker that her daughter is in the Army who just back on leave. She just joined the Army, just graduated from high school last year, and joined the Army. So, at any rate, that's my plans for today. Other than randomly talking for an hour here, as I said early on, I got into these vertical live streams and had some success with it. I think I'd have more success if my screen was full screen, but something changed in StreamYard settings that now I only get the look that I'm getting, which is it's cut off from here to here. If I can do that visual. So I don't know what happened to it producing the picture over the whole thing, the background. But I don't know if you can see my t-shirt, but I got I got this t-shirt for my wife. So, oh, all right. Jennifer responded. Yes, he's doing the basic training at Fort Leonard Wood right now, and he's been there for a month. Fort Jackson earlier. What? I forgot what you said, the branch of the military that he is in. I never was in the military, so I don't know, and tell him thank you for his service. I don't remember if you said he was also in the Army or the Marine Corps. Yeah. It's also factual. It's 100% factual, my t-shirt is. Happy New Year. Oh, they just dropped out. So, Jennifer, I've been watching the number of people watching in the stream. It constantly goes up and down. Remember when we did this a year ago? I would watch and the numbers would be like 30, 40, 50 people watching at one given time. Obviously, there's a lot more people doing the vertical live streams now, so the numbers are not nearly what I was getting back then. But I also haven't been doing this consistently, and I know a part of the YouTube algorithm has to do with consistency and constantly doing things. I know the favor. So I did make a post earlier. Faye Hadley had her stuff from like 6-8 years ago has been coming into my YouTube feed, and I've been a subscriber of hers for years also. And it makes no sense why her stuff is coming. Her old stuff is now being pushed by YouTube, but I think it's back in the algorithm. Yeah, he's in the Army for the reserves and doing basic at the same place that your dad did, which is pretty cool. I agree. I love that nostalgia. Most of my family that were in the military were in the Air Force side of things. I do have a cousin and my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is still active in the Vermont National Guard. Active duty Vermont National Guard, and dedicated war veteran too. But most of my family was Air Force related. Nephew, my dad, my cousins, all Air Force. So I think anyone that serves country, I have the utmost respect for. I almost joined the Air National Guard when I was a teenager, and basically my dad was the one who talked me out of it. So, and you got a nephew in the Marines in Japan. I had a professor in college who was stationed in Japan in the Marines, and then he became a New York State trooper and retired from that and became a college professor at our local community college. I think his college class that I took was probably one of the most influential courses that I took in my life. I thought he had provided life lessons that were far beyond that of what any book or any college thing was. It was really cool, actually. So I'm going to make sure that I didn't miss anything. No, I got people. that texted me. I got new friend suggestion. Who is that? Don't know. Anyways, the other thing I want to do is kind of grow into the social media platforms. I just joined Instagram, so I'm trying to get my Instagram subscribership up, which is FunWithCars716. If you're on Instagram, please, I don't know, follow or whatever that you do. I'm not that great with the socials like that. You know, I got Facebook, but I don't have a Fun with Cars Facebook. I only got my private one. And I thought I had TikTok, but I don't know. I got to get into those platforms. And the reason being is because so I get a lot of offers, and I've asked for what I really want to get is a Rust-Oleum, partnership, because I use a lot of Rust-Oleum products. And if I could cut that off the expense list, because I believe in some of their stuff works pretty good, I would really like to have some of those benefits of being sponsored by, or at least collaborate with. However, there's different terminologies. I've had a few now that we're getting views and we're getting subscribers on the channel. I've had a few offers come through for different partnerships. The first one I got was Super Clean. They sent me some products. We had the first giveaway on the channel. They were part of that. So I shout out to them. That kind of stuff is, not necessarily it's not monetary, but it's just kind of neat. You get to try different products. I've had a couple offers from different companies come through, and I'd love to, kind of grow that. But in order to do that, I need to be on other platforms. So, at any rate, Jennifer, I want to wish you a Happy New Year again. I may come on later, depending on how things go. Like I said, it's a random day. It's snowing a lot. Been plowing, and I hope everyone has a great New Year. Yeah, Jennifer, I agree. That giveaway was cool. It was fun, and the person that won, I was very appreciative. And although Mexican Spec was upset that he didn't win, even though it was clearly stated in the rules that he had to be in the lower 48, because that's where they ship to. So, you could have shipped it to XYZ, but nah, that wasn't the thing. Yeah, Happy New Year to you too, Jennifer. I'm going to call it a stream for the first stream of 2026, and Happy New Year to everyone. Hopefully you didn't watch us through after the fact, because live streams are boring after the fact. It's the interactive part that I think is fun. So, Jennifer, have a great day. We will talk to you guys soon.